Greetings, nerds. We're going to make watercolors today. So, this is a vintage 1984, 1985 Pyrrole Red. A little bit more orange than a typical PR 254 is. But this is actually a pretty simple process. What you're looking for is roughly a 50-50 ratio between watercolor and your binder. Now you can buy an off-the-shelf binder, or you can make your own. We won't be making our own today. We'll be using an off-the-shelf one. You want to kind of eyeball it as best as possible. A little bit too much. Let's put more pigment down. I want to eyeball this as best as possible to get a 50-50 ratio. Ideally, you don't do what I'm doing in eyeballing it. You actually have a scoop or something like that. Now, if your paint has these little huge nodules in there, you can just chop them up. Or you can, let them be. Some pigments will, nodules will be a little bit hard to break up. You want to kind of swirl it together. A little bit. Your palette knife. This is entirely because certain pigments are phobic, and you need to try to mix it up and make sure they don't spread everywhere when you mull it down. Now, take our muller and we just kind of go like this. You're looking to see a smooth texture, and the more you mull it, the finer the grind will get, down to a certain point where you won't get the same type of grind as you will with a store-bought one, but you'll get a nice enough grind. Those store-bought ones are going to be a Hegman 8 grind, which will give you the best color, but this requires a bead mill, this requires a 3-roll mill, and it's a little bit tricky to do in any case to get that far. So it's high-end ones. Lower-end ones will not have as much of a grind. It doesn't take that long to make a watercolor. We're just trying to make sure that this entire thing is saturated. You can tell it's saturated just by looking, honestly. You want a creamy consistency, not a super watery one. You want it to fall off the palette here, or the palette knife. Slowly, like that. This is a little bit too much pigment. Oh well, we eyeballed it and we didn't measure correctly. And that's all this is. It's super easy to do. That's all you need. Your muller, your grind plate, and a palette knife. And you're done. Grab the pan. Just dump it in. Now, it will take multiple days to dry, and this will be a process. If you're trying to get a full pan, this will be a process that takes several weeks without a dehydrator. Keep that in mind. Especially in my climate where it's super high humidity. Now, that is a kind of a risk that you deal with when dealing with this. And ideally, you don't fill it up to this height, especially if you're using a dehydrator. What you'll be doing is you'll be filling it up slowly by layer and doing it like that. I'm doing it like this because I'm an idiot. But there you go. There's your watercolor.